Paperboy News here to deliver y'all that daily report. No Jumper has officially turned into a gang podcast, and people better realize what's going on around them when they go on that platform. So let's talk about it. Now, after Big Deal and his brother T-Rell had their fallout over that stunner girl situation, I already knew Adam 22 was gonna immediately hit him up and try to get an interview up out of him to try to see if he could dig any dirt off of T-Rell's name. Now, Adam 22 said Milk said that T-Rell wasn't even interested in interviewing any Hoover rappers until he seen that Adam 22 interviewed a rapper from Hoover who goes by the name Pope, and that video went viral. And Adam 22 said T-Rell owes him a big thank you because up until that point, before that situation even happened, T-Rell wasn't putting any Hoover rappers on the map because he didn't interview any of them. That's when Big Deal said T-Rell's so stuck in his ways that he forgot about the Hoovers. And Big Deal said the funny thing is, T-Rell's whole platform and how he made money, generated money, was built off the Hoover's name, which was back on Fig, which is the area that they located at. And Big Deal said it was simple, because T-Rell already got the platform. All he had to do was bring the up-and-coming artists coming up out of his section over there and interview them. And Big Deal said it's not like he's going to let them live there. You know, it's just a simple interview just to get their name out there, and then they gone. And Adam 22 said he doesn't see what the problem is with T-Rell promoting these up-and-coming Hoover rappers, because usually when he goes live streaming, it's usually 4 to 5 hours. So bringing in a Hoover rapper every once in a while to promote his music for like 30 minutes, that ain't gonna interfere with T-Rell's live anyways, because it's usually 4 to 5 hours. Now, usually how Adam 22's interviews work out is he starts off by trying to be your friend. Then he slowly tries to go in on you, especially if you're a gang member. That's when Adam asked Big Deal, who's still an active member from Hoover's, how did he feel about that situation when he interviewed Pope and he spelled out how to diss the Hoover gang. And Big Deal kept it 100 with Adam. He already told them that that word is serious. And before he even got to that platform, he texted Adam and said he better not bring that up anymore. And Adam 22, being the big goofy that he is, said that he didn't diss the Hoovers because he didn't say it out of his mouth. He just spelt it. And Adam said he didn't spell it for disrespect. He said there's a lot of civilians that's audience members and subscribers to his channel. So he was just trying to inform them just in case they slip up when they're around the Hoovers and say that word to prevent them from getting hurt. That's when Adam 22 asked Big Deal, how does he feel about Crip Mac and that forehead tat? That's when Big Deal said that's a pretty serious issue, because that forehead tat is the same thing equivalent to saying that S word, referring to the dissing word for the Hoovers. And Big Deal said with Crip Mac's forehead tats and him constantly dissing the Hoovers all the time on social media, he said he actually tried to get in contact with Crip Mac so that he can get a fade. And Big Deal said even though the neighborhoods is his enemies, he said, you seen him on social media, you ain't gonna catch him dissing him like that, because to him, that's goofy. And Big Deal said to him, if you're a real gang member, there's no need to explain who your ops is, because your ops already know who you are. So there is no need to talk about it on social media, because everything's really settled in the streets. And Big Deal said he notices that Crip Mac always in downtown LA giving to the less fortunate. And Big Deal said he be there a lot too. And he said if he ever catches Crip Mac one day out there, he gonna pull over to the side and they gonna have to catch that fade. That's when Adam 22 asked Big Deal, does he think that he can handle Crip Mac when it comes to a fade? And Big Deal, with no hesitation, say hell yeah, and he'll easily dust them off. That's when Adam 22 tried to instigate again and try to make sure that that fade happens by saying, does Big Deal mind if he puts his money, if it were to bet on it, on Crip Mac? And Big Deal said, hell nah, he ain't tripping, because at the end of the day, Adam 22 is a civilian, so get your chili. That's when Adam 22 tried to throw Crip Mac under the bus by saying he's not sure he should do that, because after hearing what Brick Baby said about Crip Mac in the county when he was there with him, losing all of them fades, he's not sure now if Crip Mac can whoop Big Deal. That's when Big Deal was was feeling himself and basically told Crip Mac, there's no way you could see him because you couldn't even see his little homie Jet 5. Now Big Deal said although he ain't a fan of Crip Mac because of the forehead tat, he has seen Crip Mac growing on social media, meaning he matured a lot from the past Crip Mac that they all seen when he first came on social media. And Adam 22 said it breaks his heart because Crip Mac is loved by so many people, you know, that's not even gang members. So a lot of times when he sees on the comment section, they refer to the Hoovers in that dissing term that Crip Mac uses. And according to Adam 22, that doesn't sit well with him, and a lot of times he feels like crying. That's when Adam 22 tried to dig deeper into T-Rell and Big Deal's beef by saying, isn't it awkward now that you guys had a fallout as far as you guys having family functions? And that's when Big Deal said, nah, there ain't no problem because they family's not like that. And he rarely kicks it around his family, so it's regular to him. Like I said, at the end of the day, it's just words. And even though T-Rell and his brother Big Deal had a fallout, you know, at the end of the day, they're brothers. So they both just on different platforms, and although those platforms don't like each other, you know, at the end of the day, they're brothers. And I don't believe that something like this is going to end a relationship. Pause. I just believe it's a money move. And like I said, at the end of the day, Big Deal got a family that he got to feed and provide for. And the same thing with T-Rell, as well as everybody else that's on Fig Community Worldwide and back on Fig. So everybody should just make their money, focus on the prize, and get their content out there. But y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in that comment section. It's Paperboy Newsstand. Y'all be safe and stay dangerous out there. Go!